Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a very modern headache. I think we all know it, the HDMI bottleneck.
Oh yeah, the cable shuffle.
Exactly. You've got your laptop, your game console, a streaming box, maybe two consoles, and just one screen.
And you're constantly reaching behind the TV, blindly yanking cables. It's a mess.
It is. So today we're analyzing the Kramer VS-411X. It's a 4K HDMI switcher. But the mission here is to figure out if this is just a fancy splitter or if it's actually, an intelligent traffic cop for your whole setup.
And traffic cop is a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
Because this isn't like that $20 thing you grab at the checkout counter. This is designed to manage the flow of data, not just connect wires.
Okay, so let's start with that. The big claim is plug-and-play auto switching. How does it actually know what I want to watch?
It's all about signal detection. So you plug in your four sources, and when you say power on your PlayStation, the switcher sees that new video signal pop up. And it automatically gives that input priority. It usually works on a last connected basis, or you can set a specific priority order.
But let me play devil's advocate. What if my PC is on, but I want to switch back to my Apple TV, which is also already on?
Yeah.
Automation can fail there.
That's a totally fair point. And you can't rely only on automation. That's why the manual override is so crucial here. You've got the buttons right on the front of the box.
Right.
But it also has something they call remote contact closure.
Okay, translate that for us.
Think of it like a simple wired button.
Uh.
You can hide the switcher in a cabinet, run a wire to a little button under your desk, and just press it to force the switch. It's more of a pro-level feature, but it's super reliable.
Got it. Okay, picture quality. A lot of people, myself included, worry that a switcher will, degrade the signal. The specs here say 4K 60, 4.4.4. Why do those numbers matter so much?
I mean, this is the most critical part if you care about quality. That 4.4.4 is about color information, chroma subsampling. Cheaper switches compress that color data to save bandwidth. And that's why text can look fuzzy, or reds might bleed a little. This unit passes the full, uncompressed signal. It's transparent. What you put in is what you get out. 4K HDR10 in, 4K HDR10 out.
So no bottleneck. Now, I saw a term in the datasheet that I have to ask about. IED Pro. It sounds like a droid from a movie.
It does, doesn't it? But it solves a massive, massive annoyance. You know when you switch inputs and the screen just goes black for like 5 seconds? Or it flickers?
The dreaded handshake lag?
Right. That's the source and the display reintroducing themselves every single time.
Yeah.
Exchanging data. This Kramer unit uses what it calls intelligent ED processing. It basically it takes a photocopy of your TV's ID card and keeps it on file for every device plugged into it.
Oh, wow. So the laptop thinks it's still talking directly to the TV even when I've switched away to the console.
Exactly. The connection never really drops, so when you switch back, it's instant. No handshake, no black screen, it just works.
That's one of those quality of life things you don't realize you need until you have it. What about sound? If I'm using, say, a computer monitor with those awful teeny speakers, am I stuck?
No, and that's the other really clever part. It has audio de-embedding. It can actually pull the digital audio stream out of the HDMI cable, and it outputs it to a separate analog stereo jack. So you send the video to your monitor, but you can send the audio to a nice pair of desktop speakers.
And what about the unit itself? Is it going to be sitting on my desk with a loud fan whirring away?
Nope. It's a fanless aluminum enclosure. Kramer calls it demi-tools. It stays cool just through convection, so it's completely silent.
Which is huge. Now, we have to talk about the source here, HDTV supply, because the vendor matters for this kind of gear.
Right. This isn't a disposable gadget. They've been in this space for 25 years.
And I saw this customer review that really stood out. A user in Mexico, Navitz, they didn't just praise the product, they specifically name-dropped Rachel Christian, who's the VP of Operations, for being so helpful.
That is pretty rare. You don't usually see that. It tells you there are actual people you can call at that 833 Wolfpack number, not just a bot.
So, to sum it all up, the Kramer VS-411X, it fixes the cable clutter, it keeps your 4K video signal perfect with that 4.4.4 support, and it gets rid of that annoying handshake flicker.
It just makes the technology disappear, which is what good tech is supposed to do.
Which really leaves us with just one last thing to think about.
If our devices are getting this smart, if they can sense what we want to use and switch for us automatically, are we getting close to the point where the remote control becomes a relic?
Something to think about the next time you're digging for yours in the couch cushions. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.